Hi, this is Reimar, currently at the Western Algarve in Portugal. 2019 for sure will be the year where we talk about the GutenBerg-Editor and the PageBuilder plugins and how they behave for the next month. For sure, that's the topic. So we took some time at the WordCamp US and spoke to Robby McCullough, who's the co-founder of the Beaver Builder plugin, and spoke about his experience with the WordPress 5.0 release and the current and future plans for the plugin. So how did the go live of 5.0 went for your company?
Hey, well, thanks for having me. It went great. It's interesting because so many people were on airplanes or traveling or not available on their computers or working from the plane when 5.0 launched. Fortunately for us, we have several people, well, unfortunately and fortunately, that weren't able to make it out. So we have some team that's been working, but the 5.0 rollout has been more or less uneventful, which is what we were hoping for. No emergencies, no unexpected issues. So it's been good. It's been good.
That's really great to hear. I mean, it sounds like it should be like this, but when it's working out, so that's even better.
Yeah.
So when you're a co-founder of Beaver Builder.
Correct.
So when you did develop the idea to form this plugin, did you know about the impact that it will have?
Definitely not, no. I mean, we started as a web agency, so it was myself and my two business partners. We were doing website designs and development for clients, and we started Beaver Builder as a kind of internal project that we were planning to use for our own internal use. And eventually, as we were developing it, we decided to try and turn it into a product and sell it. And then it took a little while to gain some initial traction, but then once it did, we were really lucky to experience some pretty good growth. I joke all the time, like our name Beaver Builder is kind of silly, right? But we had no idea. We've heard
it
stories.
Would become a thing.
It would become a thing, yeah, exactly. Like we've heard stories of like corporate boardrooms where they were having to go in and kind of like, Beaver Builder. Well, I think the Beaver caricature we use and the brand definitely helped cut through the noise, and we again kind of managed to develop a brand that was very lovable and relatable. People are very passionate about our product and our brand, which we're eternally thankful for.
Yeah, and so when you see how the plugin evolved, you also have like the Beaver theme, which you developed shortly afterwards. Mm-hmm. What is the big step that you're looking to? What is the direction that you're bringing your plugin to?
Oh, in terms of like future development? It's a good question. We have no shortage of ideas, right? So it's one of those like we'll always have fun ideas or places we'd like to go, and then it's a matter of is there a business case to implement this, or is this going to be how much of an engineering challenge, or how much kind of time are we going to need to have? Currently our plan, we've always been very kind of cautious with our approach to feature development. One of the things I think we saw in the WordPress theme market when we were getting started around 5 years ago, there was a real influx of like the everything themes that could do the whole kitchen sink, and they packed everything in, and
like the Swiss Army knife.
And those I think were easy to market, or I think those were driven by marketing. But what we realized in using some of those themes is that they were actually kind of bloated and clumsy, and that anytime you put a new feature in, it gave your marketers an opportunity to say, hey, look what we have, look what we did, but the user experience ended up kind of being degraded.
And in the end, the loading time of the site as well?
Sure. The performance can be affected as well.
How do you handle it? Because I mean, clients love things that can do A, B, Z, and tons of features, but in the end they only use 5. So I get your point. It's easier to market, but how do you deal with it?
We modeled our approach after WordPress, to be honest. They were one of our inspirations. So we kind of think of Beaver Builder core as one thing, and then what would belong in plugin territory. Mm-hmm. And we're, again, fortunate to have a large number of third-party businesses and development shops, some teams, some single solo entrepreneurial types, but building add-ons for Beaver Builder. So things like additional modules and designs and templates and features. We've tried to make it really easy for developers to plug in and extend Beaver Builder.
Okay. And I mean, 5.0 is released. There is this other plugin. How do you explain an outsider what the difference between BeaverBuilder and the GutenBerg-Editor is? Or is it the same?
There's still difference. It's been an interesting few years watching Gutenberg be developed and kind of trying to anticipate where BeaverBuilder could fit in a Gutenberg world. I think that there's definitely going to be a niche for page builders. And one of the things that we did as a kind of a strategy move in our business was to try and double down on professional users or people that were building lots of websites, maybe for other people, kind of similar to ourselves, web developers, freelancers, small shops. So my hope is that Gutenberg will kind of act like an Instagram and where we can live in the space of like a Photoshop. So Gutenberg is going to appeal to a massive audience, and it's going to have features that are catered to a large user base, whereas we are hoping to kind of specialize on the more power users and experienced web developers and continue building and solving problems that they have in that space.
And in the end, everybody learns from the experience of the other team. So I mean, I mean, do you think there will be ever an app store for blogs?
I think so, yeah. I think some people have already kind of started experimenting with that idea. We definitely had the opportunity to learn from some of the problems that Gutenberg, or challenges might be a better word, we're solving. And then reversely, our team was very much involved with the Gutenberg development. Not very much involved, but we had a number of meetings and contributed a lot, especially in the early days when they were exploring the space and it wasn't quite a mature product. We got to be involved in a lot of those discussions and contribute our knowledge, because that was a space we've been living in for years and understood really well.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I think it's a big part of where everybody now will look what will evolve in the next month, and then we will see. We will talk about this next year. Outside the WordPress world, after this conference, you have some days off, or?
Yes and no. I think I remember reading somewhere that it was a company policy that if you attended a conference, that was a work day. So even if you went to a conference on a weekend, you were encouraged to take an additional day off. But I work from home and I'm a business owner, so my work-life balance is very kind of not separated.
Heavily tied,
yeah, like I'm definitely going to check my email inbox when I get home and continue to be available on Slack. But we put off a number of projects until after WordCamp US. So we have a big launch coming that we're probably going to do this. So I guess the short answer is no. But if I get home and I'm exhausted, I'm lucky enough to be able to take that time if I need it. I love what I do, so it doesn't really feel like I'm working either.
And you're looking like you're loving it.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for having us. Thank you for the time. A lot of success, a lot of great ideas, and traction of the community. Thank you.
Right back at you. Much appreciated.
Thank you.